Hello, team. Welcome. Season 2, Episode 10, Jumping St. John's Bonfire. And it's a special time of year here in Brazil. We have our Festa Juninas, our June festivals. It's one of the best events of the year, at least in my opinion. But it's a time of the year that you'll get a lot of festivals for different reasons. In the Northern Hemisphere, you might find a midsummer festival. But for us, I guess it's kind of like a midwinter festival. Officially, it's a St. John's festival, but we all call it Festa Junina. And your warm up here, it's to read about the Swedish Midsummer Festival. It's really big up there. Apparently, it's an event not to be missed. So if you're in Europe around June, try to make your way up north to the Scandinavian countries. And our goal today is to share some bonfire stories. I'm a big fan of stories, as you know. And I think the cold weather and the bonfire, looking at those flames, there is no better place to tell a story. And I really think it's biological or something primordial about sharing stories with your friends and family around the bonfire. And the first objective today is to host Mr. Hans Kristoffersson, the Swedish foreign exchange student. And he has been here for a while, but it's a little sad because he's going to be missing the Swedish Midsummer's Festival. But he does not know what to expect from the Festa Junina. So I want you to hype him up, talk about all the good stuff he's going to be eating and drinking, tell him about how this fabulous cold weather might remind him a little of home. We have the music, the dances, the decorations, and the costumes, the missing teeth, and the history and traditions behind our Festa Junina. So share what you know. When you can, if you feel it's appropriate, you can translate it into English. If not, you can always use the Portuguese word. In general, go with the communication, whatever you think the other person will interpret best. Harvest food, that's my personal favorite thing about this time of year, some of the most delicious dishes. So which dish do you know how to make? So it's your job to get out Granny's secret recipe and teach it to us. All right, and bonus points if you actually make it this weekend. Now, conversation starters. Let me pick a good one. Would you prefer the cold weather in the middle of the year or the end of the year? This is a good question. And I think I might have gotten used to cold weather in the middle of the year. But whenever I think of Christmas, I always think of that traditional Hollywood Christmas with the snow. So I think Christmas would be good with the cold weather, but then New Year's with the hot weather, that's not bad. So I'm in doubt, but I'm going to officially pick cold weather at the end of the year. That's my pick. All right? I'm sticking with it. And how about you? Which do you prefer? Cold weather in the middle of the year or cold weather at the end of the year? We have some vocab. This is a very common food here in Brazil. But if you go to at least in the US, you might hear it referred to in different ways. Some places call it yuca, at least that's how I remember seeing it in the Brazilian stores in New York, yuca. But you might see it as cassava. You might see it as manioc. But since this root has been around for a long time, different indigenous groups, they call it different things. All three are correct. And a bonfire, a controlled, hopefully, outdoor fire. And last up, your festival. So it's your chance. You're the guy. You're the one that they're calling for this. What festival would you like to create? What traditions? When would you have it? What would you do? What would be the typical dish? So put your creative hat on and invent that festival that you would like everybody to be able to enjoy. Last up, I got a really good recommendation this week from Mr. Lutz, so thank you. The Morgan Housel podcast. It's about 15-minute videos and podcasts. And there might be a video, I didn't see it, but he talks about finance, about investments, about financial knowledge. But one thing that I really liked is that he uses really clear metaphors to explain it, so it's easily understood. Some difficult topics. He talks about other stuff as well. He uses stories to exemplify it, But in general, it's about investment. If you like sports, I think you'll like it a little more because that's where most of the metaphors come from. But team, that's it. Thank you, and I hope to see you in class.